All right. All right, people. All right, you lovely folks who've stuck around for burning questions. Woo. Oof. Oof. That's all I can say. What a fucking episode. Holy shit. Yes, Maria, I was not lying. You were watching my face. I had no fucking clue what these two were going to do. Not a clue. I thought, as I said in chat, when Nigel put out the coin, I forgot that Nigel had that ephemera because you got it what, like 6 months ago or something. I don't remember that shit.
Yep.
I thought Matthew W. Foreman, the Matthew Foreman experience, was gonna pull a goddamn Two Face scenario, flip the coin, and have that decide whether he was gonna like off himself or kill Alice. And then accepting Alice's back. Oh my god, the two of you going out Mexican standoff, not even like just obliterating each other.
Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet. Yep.
Yeah, I at the start I knew I wanted to try to give Alice the coin, but based on how she interacted with Nigel, because Nigel, at least in my mind, isn't especially heartless or cruel. He's a little fucked in the head, but he's not he's not especially vicious. And so I was like, well, if she kind of does a head fake towards like redemption or sincerity or forgiveness or anything like that, I'll at least give her the choice. And then if she was like really truly like sorry and everything, I was just gonna use the coin on myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like we've had some powerful moments on the show, some emotional moments, but like this was a doozy of an episode. You know, I had an idea like there'd be some potential sort of emotional confrontations, especially once we roped Matthew to coming in. It was like, well, the conclusion of the Nigel Alice thing is gonna be tea sipping drama good regardless. But Alex, Jesus, buddy,
Yeah, that happened.
you ripped out my heart.
Yeah. I know I was like crying on stream, but I was having a great time. Like genuinely, that was the best.
Yeah, yeah.
I loved
No,
that
no,
so
that was
much.
good. That was like those emotional moments that like you dare not hope for in
Yeah.
RPGs, right?
Oh,
Like,
as especially on stream.
yeah,
Like it's one thing if it happens in your living room, your cat's around. It's another thing. It's like on like that. Yeah, that was great. I love that so much.
yeah, that was perfect. No, I think, and I had an idea of like narrating, but I tend not to like tell
Mhm.
players what their characters are feeling. Although this could have been an actual metaphysical thing, was like some of the chains of like your traumatic experiences from the gray sort of releasing, like as a sort of cathartic thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like that's like a big turning point for Emma Elizabeth, I
Oh,
feel.
yeah, absolutely. Especially with that happening, and then also sort of giving up the locket that she got with Henrietta. Uh, Emma's really kind of she's. I mean, she was always on the redemption arc and all that. She's really becoming a new person very quickly with all of this stuff, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So do we think Emma Elizabeth probably gets a despair tonight as
I
opposed to a
absolutely
joy?
do think she gets a despair tonight for sure. I
Yeah,
mean, it's funny because she got the thing that she's been looking for like probably in game like months, but like
yeah,
right now, she's not having it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, so this thing, because I guess chat doesn't really know a whole lot about
Yeah,
this shit. What's the name of the ritual again?
I think it's reach into chaos or something
Reach
like
into,
that.
yeah, like reach into
Uh,
chaos. So it's like
yeah,
what, a level 10 ritual or
level
something?
10 ritual that takes 3 days to complete. 2 days of fasting, and then 6 hours of meditation and then 1 hour of performance, I think is the total breakdown.
Yeah,
Uh,
and multiple people can do it and be
yeah,
involved.
I'm going to be enlisting some sort of help somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is going to theoretically allow Emma Elizabeth to alter reality at its most basic form in order
Yeah.
to right some wrongs.
Yeah, you also have a choice too, because like you have the tablet, right?
Mhm.
So you can use it like a monograph, which is you perform the ritual reading from it, right? Basically following it. And that's the only time you can do it. You can use it as a monograph once. The book isn't destroyed or anything. It can still
Mhm.
be, or the tablet. Or you can learn it,
Mhm.
which I mean is a level 10 though is going to take a shit ton of I forget how much either crux or acumen it takes and how many weeks
Um,
to learn a level 10 long form magical working.
It's funny that you mentioned that because, like, in the back of my mind, I was dimly aware about how monographs being a thing, but like, I have actually saved up all of my acumen since I began the redemption arc.
Okay.
I'm sitting on 14 acumen right now because I was not aware that I had any other option
Yeah,
than
yeah.
pay for the ritual.
Yeah.
All things considered, though, I don't think it honestly matters that much for Emma Elizabeth in the long run because I
It
feel like
doesn't.
the long run for her is wrapping up.
Yeah, wrap it up and become a professor.
Yeah, get out of the life.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so that'll be interesting because that's gonna let you like rewrite part of reality if you succeed. It is also super dangerous.
It is super dangerous for sure, and that's why I wanted to make sure that Alice really wanted to do what she did because I had Wicked Key on me, and I
Mhm.
totally, I that probably would have worked on Alice, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
So like
a
I,
wicked key kind of well, it has to fit within the constraints of overcoming an obstacle.
that's true.
So
It could have worked, but I'm just glad that if Alice was really wanted this, I can keep that for myself and hopefully use it later.
yeah.
I feel bad
So
that Alice can't finish making the stuff for Emma because I've been trying to make these ephemera for the ritual for like a while, but it's
and keep failing.
surprisingly tricky to make them. Yeah.
So so we've got Emma Elizabeth got despair. Alice and Nigel automatically despair because they died. Um, what about Lucky and Capella on the joy despair? I mean, y'all did also get your shit that you were after.
We did, but all I can think about is losing my best friend. So I
Yeah.
only want despair.
Yeah. Now, Capella, you did also witness a angel being freed.
Yeah, but I watched Alice get killed and kill somebody else.
Yeah.
I think that would count as a despair for Capella.
Okay. Yeah, it wasn't very beautiful.
No.
Yeah.
And I'm not exactly full angel status right now, so.
That's right. Yeah.
So do I mark despair in the same, like, I just
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. There's just a box there. You just click it and keep track. Because I mean the yeah, part of the whole point of advancement, I know you were talking about it in with folks in chat, is there's sort of like two types of experience. One is acumen, which we can go around and see who advanced character arcs, and you spend that on certain things to advance your character. And the other is crux, but crux is formed by taking a joy and a despair and putting them together to form a crux. And so, I mean, I like it. It's a very good commentary on life, which is basically to grow as a person, you need to experience both good things and bad things that happen to you in order to learn. So yeah, we'll go around. There's a question for me in chat that I just see from Anything RX. How much of sessions are prepped on a weekly basis? Pretty minimal. I'm a pretty minimal prep GM in the first place. I do a lot of improv. And Invisible Sun is interesting because really as a GM you're playing the game wrong if you prep it too heavily, because it's supposed to be a very player driven game, very character driven. And some of the last bits of this arc have been a little bit more me, but it's all been spin-off effects of all the shit that these people got up to. And so the world just kind of spiraling out of control around them. And so that was kind of the intent, for them to feel a little off their game and off their footing because they disrupted a major part of the city. And so like reality's pushing back. And so it's been a little bit more me driven the last, few arcs, but no, still I mostly, they give me ideas of the things they want to tackle and what they want to do, and I prep some people, I prep some places, I have some rough ideas, and I would say most of the impactful shit that happened in this session was all generated by them or on the fly. So Maria, Happy Capster, did the dagger always have two beings strapped inside it? Was it something you've been planning to drop for a while? Sort of, yes. That's again one of these things kind of in the moment. I had a couple alternating ideas for the Sin Eater and what it would be like when it awakened. One would be that it just became a very powerful magical artifact, which was pretty badass. There was a scene where Alice briefly turned into an angel wielding it a few episodes ago. And then, I quickly, the last little while, decided that it had an angel trapped in it. And quite honestly, when Alice and Nigel both died and it was that sacrifice, and I had been talking to Sam also about wanting to have a little bit of an homage to Good Omens with a demon and an angel together. And so I was just waiting for the opportunity. And so when that came up, I was like, nope, it's a demon and an angel that are part of this legacy artifact. So that was a little bit of a toss to Sam and to Nox, and with the two of them, and I it just felt so fitting. So who advanced character arcs? I think Emma Elizabeth did for sure.
I think I advanced too. I definitely advanced Uncover a Secret because I am now in possession of the secret. But I also think that she had some redemption going on, especially with how she dealt with Capella.
Yep, absolutely. I forgot that you've already bought redemption, so 100%.
Yeah, I think a younger, angrier Emma Elizabeth would have dealt with that situation very differently.
Yeah.
Did my restoration arc get advanced?
It did. Oh. Your arm totally had become part of you.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
I think you actually completed that arc.
Nice. I don't know what happens, but that's really cool.
Let me check here, because it's for completing an arc is instead of 1 acumen, it's usually more.
Yeah.
I've got it open here. It's 3 acumen and then to joy or despair. Or for the climax, it is.
Yeah, for the climax. So
I'm sorry, 3 acumen and a joy.
3 acumen, and let's give you a joy because you became fused with the arm, and if you come back from the dead, you'll still have that arm.
This makes me supremely happy.
Alice and Lucky probably advanced their friendship arcs as well, despite the end. You still advanced it.
Advanced.
Death isn't the end. Just
Death
because
is
Alice
a pretty
died,
Death cannot destroy our friendship.
Death can't destroy your friendship.
Oh, death! It's the actuality, folks. Death is not a big deal.
Not, but it was
really
still
not.
really sad.
So Pride tops in chat. What's the brief explanation on returning from death? There's a whole bunch of different ways you can do it. There's spells, there's secrets, there's various things. But the actuality is both a place, right, of all these suns on this path that life flows through. It's also the journey of the human soul. And so death is literally a place. And so when you die, you just go to another place. And you're still a being there. But Vizsla are special, and they can choose what they're going to do. So Alice and Nigel can just choose to not go to the land of the dead and be ghosts. And they can also decide to just come back to life. They'll just need to either get someone to help them or learn the spell on their own while they're dead. But they can still, like, do shit while they're dead.
What is it? What does it look like to be a wraith?
Good question. I think they don't give a whole lot of depth, other than saying that you can do it. Is a wraith is, I think it's a ghost, but like more manifested, and like absolutely refusing to go to the Pale, but staying fucking dead.
And would I be able to play?
I think a wraith is incorporeal. Now you can choose. There are, I think, a few things you can learn to inhabit your deceased body and use magic to prevent it from decaying too much. Like, I think you can basically become the equivalent of a lich. And you'll be a manifested spirit inhabiting a dead body that's not decaying too much.
I need a minute.
I mean, it's hot, right?
Yeah, it is. My first D&D character ever became a Pale Master and a Lich.
Yeah, man. I always love the idea of becoming a lich. It's great. Capella, what about Nox? Capella.
Yes,
Fancy
Capella
anything?
and Nox are one and the same. Like all of my role-playing game characters, everyone always says Nox. I'm always in the actual games. Hello, nice to meet you.
I forget what we picked for your arc.
It was a form of bond that's been fucked royally.
I don't know. I think you formed some bonds with these people. You just witnessed a whole bunch of death, and like that brings you closer together. So I think that is advanced. I think you get an acumen for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let you guide me there because I'm just fucking flabbergasted at what just happened still.
You were intimately involved in some of these people's most emotional
I mean, I was trying, so.
experiences.
Where do I mark that? I don't remember.
On the same place as Joy and Despair, there's a tab for character advancement, and you can just mark acumen.
Wait. What? Wait. So, but I advanced it last session as well.
Yep.
So I should have
just
two
add
total.
another one. Yep.
Okay. For some reason. Oh, wait a minute. So how many should I have then?
2.
Okay. For some reason, it's not actually showing up in the. It's not visibly displaying in the field, but it's showing up in the actual like text box. If that makes sense.
Oh, weird. Maybe it's colored. I don't know. Not sure.
Anywho.
I'll check the sheet. I don't have anything open. Yeah. Does anyone else have any? What do we got in chat? I mean, yeah, it was. Oh yeah, Alex, how long has your demon been summoned? Well, you retroactively summoned it in a flashback.
I did. Yeah, I retroactively summoned that one in a flashback.
Okay.
As like, we've walked through the red. Why did I do this without any protection? And it was actually fortunate enough that I was never targeted by anything. So I could like narratively explain it like, oh, the demon was there watching, but you know what? Lucky had this all under control. He was taking all the hits for me. I didn't need to worry about a thing. And so that's kind of what we did. But I definitely did retroactively do that, like between last week and now.
And then it was hiding in your shadow.
Yes, it was
And then
hiding in my shadow.
And then it came out, and
Mhm.
then Nox banished all magic.
Well, Nigel got some flirting going, so can we really
Nigel-
we really complain that much?
Nigel got some flirting in.
Yeah.
I think Alice finished her Uncover a Secret arc, or got to
Oh,
the
yeah.
climax of it.
That's right. That's right.
Um,
You uncovered the mystery of the Sin Eater.
yeah, and I want to say that it was joyful because her last memories is remembering Anna and all of that emotion that she just experienced as it came back.
Yeah, and like a creature of the legacy, and absolutely.
We're gonna do favorite moments.
Yeah, yeah. What was yours?
I liked the build up to the confrontation between Nigel and Alice. Like I kind of had the vague idea of what was happening. I'm like, this coin's gonna just like it's gonna kill somebody. So like I really liked the build up, and I also liked how Nigel did not resist and did not spend that physicality and he gave through it. Because like I'm sitting there, I'm like, do it. I'm like, you got to do it. That would be just so good. And Matthew / Nigel went through with it and died, and I'm like, that's fucking rad. I love that so much.
It's baller. Yeah, for anyone, players in chat alike, watching my face when Nigel pulled out the coin.
Oh
It's
yeah.
just like, oh god, what's gonna happen? It was good. All right, Sam, what about you? What was your favorite moment of the night?
My favorite moment was our little look at Emma's backstory. It made me very, very sad. And I cried. So that was some like really supremely good role playing between you and Alex. And that was definitely my favorite moment of the night.
Perfect. Corey.
I'm still trying to put it into words, but I think my favorite moment was I've been thinking of the scene from Alice in Wonderland, who Alice is based off, where Alice yells off with your head. And I was like, this has to be a pivotal moment when she says it. And then I got to it and I was like, this is that moment.
Yeah.
That was my favorite. And the whole situation around that. It's been something I've been excited for since the character existed.
Yeah. Oh, it was powerful. Matthew.
Mine's actually the exact same answer. Off with your head just fucking got me. I was like, oh boy, howdy. That whole lead up and everything. But yeah, the off with your head was just perfect. I was ready. I was ready to die.
Nox?
Shit. I don't know. It was all so good. I don't know how to pick a favorite moment. The mass panic that ensued when Alice was going to be swallowed by the tower. That was a lot of fun.
The goldfish moment.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That was chat. This was Corey's keyless moment. Keyfish moment. Yeah.
We're basically gods.
That's right. We're basically gods now. Wait,
Well,
no, this will
one of
actually
us
kill
is
you.
definitely an angel, so well, at least two of us.
That's
Welcome to
right.
the Angel Club.
Well, spirits.
Okay, just me.
Nox gets to still be special. Yeah. My. I don't think I could pick one. I mean, obviously, the two sort of most emotional moments are are the top two. I think having that moment with Alex, like with Emma, was pretty special. So that was probably my favorite overall.
I got to
All
kiss
right.
my way out of a problem. I love that.
You got to kiss your way out of a problem and destroy them in the
That
process.
kiss was amazing.
Hey, if you're into kissing in games, tune in on Saturdays
Yes, exactly that. Yes.
at 3
right.
Eastern, I think.
Yeah,
for
3 Eastern.
My Indie Showcase with romance games.
Yes.
When Emma Elizabeth kissed and disintegrated that figure from the gray, I was like, oh, there's gonna be 2 disintegrations in this game. I was just sitting there like, well, she beat me to it, but we'll see.
All right. It is very late.
Yeah.
So I think we will sign off, folks. But thank you for sticking around and chat and asking some questions and doing our wind down with us. We appreciate it. It's a good sort of shared aftercare moment and talk about our characters and dish everything out. So I think with that we'll just we'll sign off and we'll see what comes next week when people go back to the actuality and what happens. So thanks everybody and good night.